So, Merry Christmas to all. That's just around the corner. It's literally this week. So, I know all of you guys are trying to get gift ideas and trying to go out there and put yourselves through a little bit of a safety risk shopping because, of everything that's going on. So I wish you all the best of luck. So let's talk blades. That's what we're into today. I have for you guys a tops knife. This knife is actually probably one of my smaller tops knives. I have a couple of other tops knives I would like to add on my video or my videos, and I will on my reviews. This one in particular was a more recent purchase because I really liked how small it was, and the fact that its carryability it just looks a little bit more comfortable than some of their bigger types. This one is called the Tops Lion's Toothpick. And yes, this does swivel. It's just a little it's a little stiff because it's still new. I haven't really had a chance to carry it. But it's got micarta handles, 1095 steel. Micarta, that's that. I really do like it, but one thing I don't like about micarta is, I don't know, it just gets a little bit dirty over time, and cleaning it, I don't know, I don't like the idea. If it was G10, it'd probably be better, but micarta's nice. I'm not saying that I don't like micarta. I really do. I just, the blemishes and the sweat and dirt kind of thing is a little bit irritating. But hey, each to his own. Everyone's got their own opinion. One thing I like about this knife is that it really does look really, really good in the photos, but when you get it, like mine right here, that tip is just a tad bit rounded off. I'm not too happy about that considering how expensive this thing was. Right now on Amazon it is unavailable for purchase, but I'm sure you can still find it in other secondhand markets. This didn't cost me very much. If I remember, I think it was either around $75 to $85 for this. I was pretty happy with it, obviously. So it's got like this kind of coating on there, so it keeps from the corrosion. And you can feel it's very textured, kind of a bead blast kind of coating it looks like. Just like a sand coating. Lion's Toothpick on there. Focus. Come on. Come on. There we go. It's tops. Looks like a Y-1599 on there. Made in USA. And then of course you got this. The sheath is pretty decent. And of course with every tops you'll get a little emergency whistle with their personal information on there, phone number and all that, company name, which is nice to have. I usually just take them off, but it's a really, really decent knife. So if you want a good little, a tasteful prison shank, then this might just be for you. And look at how thick that is. That's a pretty thick blade stock in my opinion. And it's all one solid, it's, full tang solid piece other than the micarta that's on there. So that's really cool. It fits my hand pretty good. I love the jimping that's on here. So when you go for that saber grip, you got that guard right there. You can go in for a stick or two. And then a slash if you needed. And then if you want to do the whole reverse grip thing, it even has that indentation right up here. So that way you can do that with this. It's if you really wanted to. But, that's if you're into this sort of thing. I was really interested in it, and it's got a decent-sized lanyard hole right there. That's if you really wanted to put a lanyard on there. And the click on this, it's pretty precise. There's no wiggle, no rattle, no nothing. It is on there pretty well. I think my only squabble on this, the only thing I don't like, is that tip. I only wish that tip was a little bit sharper than that, because it just, to me, it looks a little bit rounded off. I'm not going to say that it's not going to penetrate. It will penetrate. but see, the tip doesn't catch on the paper. And that's my thing. The tip needs to catch on the paper. So that, yeah, it caught that time, but... So, I mean, it does have a tip, but... You see, when it's doing that, it's not as sharp as it should be, in my opinion. Now, if I take out the knife I'm currently carrying and I do a tip test on it, you should be able to drag the tip across it without actually trying to penetrate it, and it should cut. That's how you know the tip is needle sharp. You see that? That's me not trying, I'm not pushing down. I'm just running it across the paper and it's cutting through it. That's how you know it's needle sharp. And then this right here. And then it just starts to do it a little bit further down than further up, so I know that it's slightly rounded off right there. So it's not catching, but if I put just a tiny bit of pressure, then yeah, the tip catches. So this thing could have been made the tip could have been just a little bit better. On the pictures, it looks like it's needle sharp. Now maybe it could be the blade stock that's preventing this to be as sharp as it could be. Or maybe whoever was sharpening this knew that there's only certain limits that they can go to get it a certain way, and this is really the best they could do. Either way, I think the tip could have been done just a little bit better on this. Then I probably would have been 100% happy with it. Otherwise, I'm about 95% happy with it, and it's still pretty decent, and it's a tops knife, so I can't complain too much. You know? But that's if you're into the whole tops knives. They are a bit expensive. They are a bit pricey. However way you want to say that, it's still a knife that you're investing a pretty decent chunk of your money into. So if you want to get something that you know that you'll be happy with 100%, then it's always going to be, you know, kind of a thing that you're going to have to make your own decision on. Am I recommending this knife for anybody? Well, if you're into smaller fixed blades and you like tops, then yeah, I would totally recommend this. It's a nice knife. But I don't think it's got the strength and durability as some of their more bigger counterparts of the company name. But I guess that all really just depends on you. I would not take this out camping. You will damage this knife. It's small, it's thin. I wouldn't baton this through anything. Then again, I wouldn't baton any of my knives unless I absolutely have to. But just this alone right here is really, really small piece of metal, and you could bend and or break this knife if you tried to really, really hammer down on it. But it is, for its size, a really decent, and it looks like, to me, it's a self-defense knife. It's not meant for camping. To me, it looks like it's a self-defense knife, and that's all it really is meant for. So, I mean, yeah, someone can sit there and say, well, you could skim carrots or cut potatoes with it. All right, sure. Yeah, this looks like a small, maybe portable steak knife, sure. Could you? Yeah, but I think it's designed for the purpose of self-defense, not really camping so much. But you can couple this alongside another tops knife that could do that job just as well, if not better. I really do like the secure on this. It's really, there's no rattle whatsoever. So I'll go ahead and get into the measurements of stuff. So with the sheath, you are looking at a 6.07 ounces. Without the sheath, you are looking at a 3.72 ounces. So yeah, it's it's overbuilt, but it's not that heavy, at least for a fixed blade anyways. You are looking at a total of 5 1/4 inch blade, but as far as cutting edge, you're looking at a 4 1/8 inch cutting edge with an overall 9 inches. So that's a pretty hefty knife. Now, as far as how thick everything is, let's go ahead and get into that. So the blade is at a 4.6. The handle, micarta, you're looking at a 15.6. What are my overall thoughts with this? Because of it being limited and what you can do with it, yeah, this could be a good secondary knife. If you're going camping or backpacking and you need a self-defense knife and you'd rather not carry a folder, then yes, this would be a great secondary for a self-defense knife. And then carry alongside you maybe a machete or a bigger tops knife. Something a little bit more so you can baton with, or you can really, really bear down with it and not have to worry about damaging it. This one I probably would be just a tad bit worried about damaging it, but if this was all I had, then obviously I'd do my best to make do and hope for the best. But that's just me and my personal opinion. But yeah, that's tops for you. So if you're into that sort of thing, try to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's still out there somewhere. This was a more recent purchase, so I know they still have to have it somewhere, secondary market. I know these are trying times, so please be kind, be safe, carry responsibly. Slash that like button, stab that subscribe if you haven't done so already. You guys have a safe and Merry Christmas. And I will see you guys in the next video.